Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question. Talk a little bit about starting from scratch. If you were starting a garden, I know a lot of people now go for the raised garden beds.
Yeah, that was first thing that crossed my mind is, and that's just because of the soil and drainage. So if you raise up the soil, and it can be a built larger raised bed, but even just 6 inches, just put some timber around, or even just add more topsoil, and just have the vegetable garden soil higher than the surrounding heavier clay soil, and that will just help that positive drainage and also give you some better soil to work with. And so just good soil is always, if you start, that's where you'd invest the money, is in the quality soil and amending your existing soil with organic products, compost and your peat moss and humus that you can purchase from the stores, and just getting the soil right to begin with. And then you try to lay out your calendar. If you're like me, you'll grow too much of one thing, and so you need, you'll be surprised how many tomatoes and how many radish and things you can get. And so, of course, it's fun to experiment, but think about how much you really need or what you can do with the extras. And this time of year, you're really ready to go with the cool season crops. There's a lot of root vegetables you can do now, the carrots, beets, radish, potatoes soon, and then all the cool season greens in terms of cabbage, broccoli, lettuce. We're right about that time now for the cool season crops.
Well, you know what they say in Ohio, that if you go to church on Sunday, you can't leave your car unlocked, because if you do, you'll come back and it'll be full of tomatoes and zucchini. So it seems like everybody has a lot of that. But I have gone to just, growing tomatoes in containers on my deck. I just throw them on the deck, and that seems to be a really good way, and it works out really well for me. Yeah,
I think that's an easier way for the harvesting and the care. You've got the container right there, and everything's sort of in that one spot. And interesting, next Saturday, I may mention the Franklin Park Conservatory. We have a conference called We Dig Ohio, and it's all about urban agriculture and community gardening, which is for the most part based on vegetable gardening. So It's called We Dig Ohio, and it's an annual conference we're doing now every year, and that's on Saturday, 25th of March, 9 till 4:30, and you can just check it out on our website, fpconservatory.org. And that's a whole day of learning about urban growing of vegetables and growing in the city, including maybe patio and container gardening.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
Circle270media.com